So this is what the bike looks like now, and this is what it looked like before when I got it. Now, when I first got this bike, I rode it and enjoyed it, and I was like, dude, this bike rides really nice. I want to customize it and make it my own. So that's what I ended up doing, and this is where we're at today. So we're going to be talking about what I have on this bike and what I did to make everything fit, because you got to have a little bit of fabrication skills to get some of this to fit. A lot of people build like baggers out of these things, and don't get me wrong, it looks good. The Cholo builds, them look really good. I wanted something I could go across the country on, and it'd be comfortable and convenient and practical. So the Harley bags are bigger and they store a lot more, and they're a lot durable. The Road Glide fairing gives me options for Apple CarPlay for the radio I'm putting in there. It has better headlights so I can see at night, thank God, because the regular Honda headlight and this thing's like using a candlestick. And the rest of it is just for looks. A lot of people's like, 21-inch wheel, how'd you get it to work? How you did it? It's not gonna work. There's over a couple thousand miles on this wheel, and I just had it off the other day when I did the steering stem bearings, and that bearing is still like brand new in there. So if you wanna know how to fit a Harley front wheel on a Honda VTX 1300, go back on my channel. There is a video for that, and it's totally safe. I do have the spoke wheel for the rear off of the Honda VTX. You really can't see the back wheel, so I wasn't worried about putting it on like right away. I just painted the wheel back there black because it's mostly covered. But you can put the spoke wheel on off the Honda VTX and match the front, but that's just a fat spoke in the front. But the rest of it's just for looks, like the handlebars. I didn't want to go too high. Got the Vans grips and stuff like that. And the only thing that I want to do to customize it a little bit more is I'm going to build my own side covers, because I don't like how they're plastic for one, and how they're like a bubble. I want to do away with that. I took the side covers off, painted the engine black, as you've seen. Now this bike has went through a lot of changes. What I ended up doing was going back to the silver forks, because it doesn't look so black. We went with a Harley 21-inch wraparound fender that I modified, cut up, and made it my own. Went with a Harley 13-inch rotor with a Harley rotor spacer, a Harley wheel. We went with a Road Glide fairing, the old style. We put like a lot of people call it a stump bar, engine guard on this. I modified it to fit off of a Harley. We did the engine black, and we took the fins and sanded them down so they'd be silver, so it wouldn't look so black in the engine bay. Got Cobra slip-ons, stock suspension, by the way. We are going to update the suspension in a later date, but this stuff don't really matter. It's stuff somebody's already done. We went with early Harley bags. I wanted them to set a little low. It's just right on top of the pipe. It looks like they're setting crooked, but they're not. It's the pipe. When you get down here where the bike's level, it's level with the fender, it's level with everything. It's just an illusion, but this top pipe right here is bent, because when I first got the motorcycle, my wife actually pushed it through the yard and dropped it and bent the pipe. But at this angle, it just looks like it's crooked, the saddlebag, but it's not, it's the pipe. Got a lay down license plate, we did away with the blinkers. We're going to be supporting the bags back here with the blinker holes. We got a tail light with the blinkers that's made inside that blink right or left. LED headlights in the fairing, and we got LED mini pod blinker lights. And believe it or not, the back pegs, they are custom. I made those myself. I'm wanting to do a little bit different sissy bar in the back and a different seat. I think this bike would look pretty awesome. I did have a couple dents in the tank, which I need to correct that at a later date. But we went ahead and put this thing, it's a cowl for the whole tank. And we went ahead and put a Harley ignition right here and put that on. Now, the big question that I always get, how did I get this stuff to fit? Now, there is a lot of aftermarket support for the Road Glide fairing and the Harley bags, right? But for what they charge and how long it takes to get them in the mail, I'm not ordering them. If you can weld and if you can fabricate, you can do this stuff yourself. I made the Harley bag mounts myself. We just got done talking about how I'm going to use the holes in the blinker to give it more support. I don't have to because they are super solid. Like they don't even move. Road Glide fairing, super easy to mount. You just have to have a little bit of knowledge. Basically all I did was took the tank off, made it where it bolted to the frame, made a bracket so it fits the Road Glide fairing bracket, and then did my measurements, and then we went from there. Now, there is an aftermarket option for this, but it sets this fairing up a lot higher. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I lowered mine down a little bit, and it makes it look a lot better. We do have 8-inch Harley Z bars on this thing, and we have Vans grips and some mirrors off Amazon. Now this bike did have them chrome covers that were painted black. I ended up taking those off because everything was just so black, everything blended in, and it kind of looked generic. So that's why we took the chrome covers off, and we put the fork legs back to silver. Now for the Harley crash bar, engine guard, whatever you want to call it, I did a little bit of modifications and I made that fit, and that's about it. The Harley fender, a little bit of spacing, it fit. It's all about how much you can fabricate. So basically this is it. I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, here's the build that makes a lot of Harley owners mad. They despise seeing this thing, and even the dealership doesn't like it. I love it. It's very reliable, and you can't beat it for what it is. I made a Honda look pretty cool, and honestly I'll probably never get rid of it. If you have any questions, you can comment. To tell you right now that none of this stuff is bolted on, it's all custom. Even when it comes down to the front floorboards I'm getting ready to change, it's all going to be custom. Yeah, so here's the bike, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just ask.